All right, what's up, everybody? It's time for my daily trading recap here for Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. And finished the day up $27.04 today, kind of a break even day. Feel fortunate to be break even. I took a couple trades back in Asia session that didn't work out for me, so I started about two trades there. Started $180 in the hole this morning, and then took a trade that would have worked out well. But chickened out of the trade when I thought it was rolling over and it wasn't, just kind of stagnating and then took off. And then finally I caught that same kind of move, but back down. So when it hit my target, basically where it would have hit my target, reversed there into an order block and took it short. Broke the trend line, I should say, and then took it short back down to the oh no. So we'll take a look here and I will show you the trades from today. All right, account balance is at $51,190.28. Kind of a nothing day with $27, but it took 4 trades, and took 2 in the Asian session, which is a little bit newer for me. So still learning that. Asia can kiss my ass right now. But anyway, let's get to the trades here. I'll show you what I did. Load up a chart here. Don't need to be so zoomed in. So one thing about Topstep, their fonts are super small, so you really got to zoom in. All right, so here we go. Got the everything marked out here. Let's take you back to the Asia session here. Basically, kind of in a range here, not much happening. We break out of the range, or we could probably. What I basically was doing was drawing a box, kind of over this level right here, down, down like to there, something like that. We break out of the box, and I missed this retest right here. I missed the break and the retest right here to take that long. Totally missed that trade. And then I tried to take a short up here because I had an order block laid out right here, right in this area. You can kind of see how that matches up on the right-hand side of the left here. Okay. I took the short right here on this area. And, I was right on the trade, pretty much right on the trade, but just wrong timing. Took that off that. You can see as we're moving up here, if I put a trend line up, because I always like to draw a trend line for the shorts. Okay, like that. Okay, basically as this candle right here is breaking the trend line, we got that nothing bar right there, little 5-minute nothing, or sorry, 1 minute red bar that was literally just breaking outside the trend line. As we got that on lower volume there, that was telling me that it was reversing. So I took it short there. You can see the volume spike there, and that volume came in on this. I hate how the crosshair does that. Okay. Volume came in on this topping tail right there. So as the volume came in on that topping tail, I waited for it just to kind of close, and then waited for this bar to close to see what was going to happen. And as soon as that bar closed, I took it short at 88.3. This thing just kind of wicked down hard and came right back and ended up stopping me out. Hits the back side of the trend line up here and then proceeds to roll over. So one thing there, I got in too early. Needed to really wait for the backside test of that trend line for the short. I just had this breaking here. I really thought it was going to come down. It kind of, on hindsight review here, if I put a level right there, kind of just dipped into this level right here, this little micro level, and bounced off of that and then came down. So unfortunate there. What could I do better there? Wait for the trend line retest, backside of this trend line to be retested. That was kind of the entry there. Now, even if I were to take that, even on the close here, that's 88. The high up here is 89.4. So, if I had taken a 20 tick stop instead of a 10 tick stop, I still would have won on this trade, even though it came against me so much. I still would have been okay. But just right idea was wrong timing there. So, the other one I took, I don't know why I have a gigantic arrow there. Kind of going off that box again. If I draw that box out again, we broke through the box here. We have lighter volume. You see the volume decreasing here as we're moving back up. We got a topping tail, or bear pin, whatever you want to call it, into that box right there on that pivot. I took that short there, and this thing just came up and was kind of meandering around, and I basically got out for I think it was a 8 tick loss there. So overall, these two trades combined for like a one loss for me on the day on the Asian session show. So kind of have 20 ticks to play with in the Asian session, 20 ticks to play with in the U.S. session. So uh, yeah, kind of went to bed a little frustrated there because it felt like they didn't really work for me. Then I was targeting, this short here was targeting Ono, and it kind of meandered around and eventually went down to Ono there. So just close. I'm close, close. So let's get to the U.S. session here. Mark out the pre-market high. We got the Ono marked out. We got the pre-market low marked out right there, and pit open is at 820. So key level that we have here today is the 2681. If I open up a 4-hour chart, you will see it right here. This level right here off this pivot, 2681. Basically on the 4-hour, kind of do a double bottom. So that's interesting. But I don't trade the 4-hour, trade the 1 minute here. So knowing that that level is there, that's what I was looking at today. Not a lot going on here. We have news. Okay, not looking for any of these trades in here. Yeah, there's a retest of this 4-hour level here, but that's kind of in the middle. I'm not really taking that. Start getting a box drawn here, consolidation right at the low of the day. And I'm basically just waiting for a break of this box, wait for the break of the box or a retest of that box, break and retest or just a break of it. Right there, there's our break. There's the break of the box. I really thought about taking that long, honestly. You could take that, like that bullish break of the box like that, take it long right there. And it did kind of retest right here on the 1 minute a little bit and then held and then wait for, maybe a new candle high. But yeah, tough to take the entry there for me. I would like, I actually like this entry better, the break of the box versus this kind of, 1 minute candle new high kind of thing. So, is what it is. But yeah, I missed that. Then we come up, break through 2681, come back and retest it there. I get long right here at 83.6 on the close of this bullish candle and ride this thing up. And the thing that scared me was the top down. Now, this is my kryptonite. This is my kryptonite in this. If there's one thing that I stink at, it is, there's multiple things I probably stink at, but the one thing for me is being in a winning trade and then seeing a bear pin or whatever you want to call it, shooting star, morning star, evening star, dinner star thing, whatever. Okay. The seeing one of these happen in the midst of my trade here and seeing all this kind of nothingness over here really made me think, and especially when this bar came in and kind of engulfed the body of that one. You got to remember, this was a full red bar. By the time it gets down here for a full red bar, I basically just stopped out break even. I got 2 ticks on the trade there. So I stopped out break even because I felt like this thing was just rolling over. It made a weak new high. It's getting ready to roll over. The volume was there and kind of dissipated out. And then, finally came back to that trend line there and, it would have hit my target barely. Would have barely hit my target, 83.6. I think we got up to 86.3 there. So we're not looking for 20 ticks. 5.6 was my target. And we hit it there. We definitely hit it. So gotta hold on to the trades. Gotta hold on to the trade. It's a lot of save a penny and waste a dime kind of deal. But yeah. Anyway, that's something I gotta work on. What can I do better there? It's just literally don't move my stop up and don't try and take it early. Let the trade play out. If I take the entry, let the entry play out. The whole premise here is that it's not going to come back down to 2681 where I got in. So my stop was a little bit higher than that. 20 tick stop was 1.6, which was right in this area here. So underneath Ono. But yeah, just take it too early and pay the price for that one. So that should have been a winner right there. Should have had, should be up about $200 on the day because we get this stagnation kind of coming off this. So we've broken the trend line. We kind of had this, whatever you want to call it, distribution at the top, whatever, kind of transition phase. And I take the short right here. Now the short was actually here, I think, on this candle. That candle there was the short entry, I believe, right there, off that kind of retest there. Took it right in this area because I saw that entry there, and I was like, well, I can still be in this trade. So a little bit dodgy on the entry, but kind of let this trade play out. And this thing took forever, just meandered back and forth, and then finally, once we got the 5 minute 5-minute pin bar alignment there. That's when it finally broke on the 5-minute. You can imagine what these 5-minute bars look like. Getting the doji. This kind of action. What I was talking about over here, where I got out, was happening over here on the 5-minute kind of chart. And then once that finally broke down, it ran to Ono, and I got my 20 ticks there and called it a day. Felt fortunate to be back. Great bounce off the 4-hour level too at 2681. You kind of see that there. I was done for the day. I had things going on outside the market. I was distracted, feeling anxious about other things outside trading. So I, count my blessings there. I just took it. It was a little bit of a working man's $27 today, if you want to call that what it is. Kind of survive until you thrive type of day. So we'll move on with that. But yeah, good bounce there. I mean, nice bounce. That went for 40 ticks, I think it went for. Yeah, about 40, up to 86 right there. So get in at 82, 86. There you go. There's 40 ticks there. Another $400. But yeah, I was done for the day. I feel like I was not seeing the market right. I feel like I was out of it. Wasn't on my A game. So let's move on. Tomorrow's a new day. So yeah. And I'm just looking here, just kind of meandered around. It looks like just keeps hitting off that 2681 level, that 4-hour pivot there. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my day for the day. Up $27. Count balance $51,190.28. And yeah, survive until we thrive, right? So we'll move on. And if you like these recaps, hit the like button, subscribe, share it with all your friends, people you don't know, strangers even. Just send it to a random person, right? Yeah, whatever. Subscribe, do all that stuff. All right, you're beautiful. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.